Hi everyone, we're gonna be doing another anime. Number 49. Okay, so we have another anime on the list, and boy do we have a good one here. It's called Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. It's at number 49 and it's really fucking good. Kenichi is a guy who tries to fight back to his bullies, which he does, and that's pretty much the plot. Now he has to go against the gang and stuff like that, but that's beside the point. I'm not gonna go into main villains. Every villain doesn't really matter except for because they go by numbers. Number four, number two, and number one have really good meanings, and number three has good meanings. Um, Number three doesn't really do that much. I mean, there it's a gang, which is kind of funny. They're a martial arts gang, but the only ones that matter are one through four. When four betrays the gang and tries to go back after them by helping out Kenichi and stuff, and now they're just best friends after Kenichi kicks the shit out of him, um, which is kind of fucking funny. The thing that I like to see about Kenshi is the fact that number four and Kenichi tried to save his sister because she made friends with number four, and now they're trying to help him out. The badass move at number four, on the other hand, the little sister gets a little cut on her cheek, and number four gets super fucking pissed that he decides to take the knife and stab him in the freaking heart. What the hell? What are you thinking? And then he slaps the shit out of the person that cut her, and then all of a sudden, freaking Loki, number six, I believe his name. I think is number six, but his name is Loki. He was the one that betrayed, and Kenshi just kicks the shit out of him by one fucking punch. And the only reason why he stops is because the main villain of the anime, Kenichi's friend, decides to stop it because he's number one. So that's pretty much it. Number two doesn't really do that much until the very end. And all he does is kick the shit out of everyone except for number four. Number four kicks the shit out of him by breaking his fucking leg. Breaking his fucking arm. Sorry, not his leg. Okay, so that's pretty much the plot of the summary. Kenichi is one of the characters that you want to make sure that he is strength and he's trying to get powerful. The first episode is where he finds a blonde haired girl who he has a crush on because she has massive boobs and she has a big ass. Okay. Now you might be wondering, oh no, and then a bunch of goons try to take her, and he decides to fight back, and he gets his ass kicked. The problem is the fact that the goons did not understand who was the real threat, and that was the girl with the big boobs. She decides to kick the shit out of them, which is kind of fucking funny. Which I think is hilarious, to be honest with you. The thing is the fact that, how do I say this? Each of Kenichi's teachers are fucking nuts and insane. His first teacher is a guy who makes him hold up 2 jars of fucking water, I believe. I don't know if it's water or not. While he's going through these pillars on the ground, shifting and moving. And while the teacher is trying to swing at him with a fucking bamboo stick and making him sure he ducks. What the fuck? That is fucking torture. What the hell is wrong? And then all of a sudden, instead of going to the grocery store like a human being, like going into a car and going to the grocery store, he decides to let Kenichi pull a sled so that way he can go to the fucking grocery store. What the fuck in high school? What the fuck is that shit? And then later on, instead of using a sled, he decided to put 2 anvils on his fucking ankles just to make sure he walks. What the fuck is wrong with these fucking people? Okay, so that's number 3. Number I think the funniest character, which is kind of fucking funny, is the Chinese guy who knows Chinese martial artists. Kenichi knows all these martial artists. The guy with Chinese, he's a big fucking pervert. He decides to put his head between the girls' boobs, and he has also a daughter who falls in love with Kenichi, and she wants him. Problem is, he's in love with the girl with the blonde hair, which she's helping him throughout the whole entire anime, which is kind of good. The other issue I have with the anime, no, it's not technically an issue. There's also a girl that's a teacher, and she likes to use knives or swords, and she's the king of stealth. If you saw a snake, you ain't got nothing on this bitch. But the problem is, she also has big boobs, but she knows how to kill people. Which is kind of funny because of the fact that she decides to, infiltrate a place by using a fucking ping pong ball. What the fuck is this shit going on, man? I don't fucking get this shit. It's all comic relief and it's pretty fucking funny. Now, it's not a parody, though. It's a full martial artist. Now, every person that Kenichi fights, they turn into his friends and allies. Which the first ally that's really noticeable is the guy who boxes, because of the fact that his arm got so damaged up in the fight that his whole arm is numb and he can't move it. But Kenichi helps him out because they were fighting on top of the roof, and then he's about to fall and get killed, but he decides to save him, even though he's already knocked out from the fight he just had like 9 rounds. But then all of a sudden, the funny thing is, and this is the most funny thing is the fact that when they go back to his clinic, one of his teachers decides to help him out, fix his arm, and he does. But it's really fucking painful, which is fucking funny. Okay, so that's the thing is, now then, of the other teachers that we have a guy with blue hair. He's the most stubborn one. He doesn't want to have Kenichi as a disciple, but then he warms up to him, and then that's how that happens, which is kind of good. It's kind of good. Kenichi, the girl that he has a crush on, decides to help him out. And it's really fucking good. The other freaking teacher though, who's the other teacher? Oh man, I forget. Oh yeah, the grandpa. The grandpa is how do I say this? He doesn't help out Kenichi until the very end. In his way, because he helps out Kenichi by letting him go to the forest with him to find their old disciple who just wants to kill. And Kenichi doesn't want to do that when he meets him. But the funny thing is that Kenichi loses to the guy who's number 1 first off. He beats him the second time they meet, but he loses to him in the first time, and he thinks that killing will make him a better fighter. Problem is though is the fact that does not work. Now, luckily, he decides to go back to the grandpa. Why am I saying grandpa? Because of the blonde-haired chick has a grandpa, and he's the one who owns the dojo, which is kind of fucking funny. Now, the funny thing is the fact that he decides to torture him the worst by hitting him with fucking clubs the size of fucking broomsticks. Not broomsticks, the size of fucking TVs. I mean, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking people? This is the most jokerous fucking. I don't understand why the fuck they like to destroy this shit. It makes no fucking sense. This anime will make you laugh from beginning to end. It's at number 49 because I think the character development is like awesome to some extent. Why do I say that? Because it's also the main reason why it's not higher on the list is because of the fact that there is one problem with it, and that's the teachers, which is senpais, who teach them how to fight. When they're all done and doing everything, in the second half of the anime, they don't really do that much. I mean, they show up every now and again, but they're not really there to teaching him. He's pretty much, they help him out with a few moves, but he figures it out on his own, and that's it. His teachers don't really have that much role in the second half of the anime, and that's what my main gripe about it is. But that's the only gripe. The theme songs are fucking catchy as fuck. I love the theme songs. It's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking awesome. You should definitely watch it. Now it's 50 episodes, like I said before, but yeah, you need to watch it. It's pretty fucking dope. There is one other character who gets Kenichi into these fucking problems, because even though he considers Kenichi a friend, but he doesn't, because he decides to fucking fuck with him because he's a fucking joke, and the fact that he likes to make Kenichi's life a living hell. And the fact that he has fucking devil ears for some fucking Dracula ears for some fucking reason. I don't know fucking why. But it's at number 49 because of the reasons I just said. Now then, before I say anything, yes, there are adult sex jokes. There are a lot of sex jokes. I would like to say that. And the fact that that's what happens. The other thing that I forgot to mention, though, is the fact that Kenichi learns all these martial artists, but he also has a teacher that boxes. The boxer I'm saving for last because I think he's the most fucking funniest of the group because of the fact that he's a gentle, kind man who doesn't want to hurt anyone. He's really fucking good, and he decides to help Kenichi by being pacifist. Why I mean pacifist is punch him, give him one KO, then kill him, literally fucking kill him in the fucking anime. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? This guy's peaceful and loving, and then all of a sudden, I will fucking kill you with one fucking punch, you motherfuckers! That's all he fucking does. I mean, seriously, it's pretty fucking funny. He actually literally fucking kills him like at least a couple times in the anime. He decides to soften. The second time he kills him, the first when he's about to punch him, he decides to stop, and that's the main thing that he stops. But the funny thing is the fact that when he stops, he's like, "Go for the blow," and he explains Kenichi to just do this, that, and the other thing. So when when he's about to punch again, he fucking punches them, and he punches him through the fucking wall of the fucking dojo, which is fucking hilarious. By the way, the walls is fucking cement, so he's pretty much fucking dead, and you can see his ghost spirit going up. Um, I find this anime hilarious, and that's why it's at number 49. Like I said before, character development growth is everywhere. Even the villains get character growth, except for number 2. That's the other issue I have. Number 2 is a good fighter. He fights sporadically. He's like a street fighter. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. He might punch you or give you an uppercut and then punch you in the gut again. You don't know what the hell he's gonna do. Unlike most of the fighters in this anime, they have their own style. So that's the main problem with him. But he only fights one fight, and the other fights that he fights, it's off screen. The only fight that he fights, he gets his ass kicked by number 4, and that's it. Like I said before. The other character that and the other character that's really something is a female fighter who doesn't like to use weapons, which she fights number 3, which I forgot to explain that earlier. But number 3 likes to use weapons because she's a female, and the girl that betrays the gang because she's a lower number, she decides to go against the gang because she doesn't want to fight with weapons and stuff like that. So they fight, and she breaks to her weapons with her kicks. But the funny thing is the fact that she and the blonde hair girl both have a connection. They both like cats. They love cats. It's fucking hilarious. Um, there are some cats in this anime that are fucking adorable. Why is it not higher on the list if I've given it so much praise? Well, because of that reason and the fact that of all the character developments, I think that there's only one character that doesn't really change throughout the whole anime, and that's Kenichi's friend who's acting like a douchebag. Because to be honest with you, Kenichi gets into most of these fights because of him, which is kind of fucking funny to be honest with you. And he also has his own posse, which is fucking hilarious. But like I said before, and by the way, just to let you know, Loki gets his ass kicked by number 2 because Loki tries to double cross number 1, Kenichi's friend, and he tries to make number 2 his leader. Thing is the fact that number 2 does not want that shit, and he decides to kick the shit out of the new 12 by kicking the shit out of all of them by killing them single-handedly. Which is kind of fucking funny because Loki gets his ass kicked by number 2, which kind of says a lot because number 4 kicks the shit out of number 2, so that means that his form of leaders are fucking weaker than the original 4, which is kind of fucking sad, really. Loki's like the most dirtbag of the whole entire 12. The other ones have their own sentimentals and stuff like that, and sumo stuff. There's also every fighting style in this anime for martial arts is in this anime, and I highly recommend you watch it. I have praised it a lot, and the fact that the teachers don't get a lot of character development in the second half, and the main villains don't get any character development in the first half, which is kind of sad, really, because I understand the main villains because they need to get introduced because Kenichi has to work his way up towards it. But you don't have to put the teachers aside in the second half. That's why it's not higher up. Now then, why is it not higher up as well is because of the fact that I can understand if people want to watch this that there are too many sex jokes in this anime, and that's the other reason I put that into effect on why I made this list. I loved it. I loved every joke of it. It was pretty fucking funny throughout the to end. There's like a couple hiccups here and there, but every episode is awesome, and I highly recommend you watch it. All right, now then, before we continue on, from this point forward, I will not give any negativity. There'll be less negativity towards the animes throughout the next animes on the list because now we're getting into the good animes, which is kind of fucking good. I love this next anime of number 49. That's why I highly praised it, and so it's one of the very rare martial arts animes that I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's really fucking good, and if you want to know what the main plot of it is, it's pretty much a guy who gets bullied and he wants to fight for himself. So he decides to and put it in a nutshell between this and this martial arts anime. Again, it's just pretty much the anime in a nutshell. Pretty much, a kid gets bullied. He wants to fight for himself. So what he does, he gets trained by crazy fucking teachers who want him fucking dead. That's pretty much in a nutshell what Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple is. Which is kind of fucking funny to be honest with you. That's pretty much it, because the fucking teachers literally fucking kill him. Like, what the fuck? What? Boom! No, literally, you should really watch this anime. I highly recommend you watch it. I do not want you guys to just listen to what I'm saying. I want you guys to fucking watch this anime. It's pretty fucking good. I enjoyed it. You guys might enjoy it. I don't know. You guys decide. Hope you guys have a nice positive day. We're going at number 48 next time. So hope you guys stay positive and hope you have a nice positive day. I had fun doing this review.